man. We got Tawfiq Byard. First off, it's number 7.
Yes, sir.
We saw you on the roster number 9, and we know your relationship with Cam Silmon-Craig.
Yeah.
What does it mean for you to be wearing 7 with the Colorado on your chest?
Yeah, it means a lot, just from him, having the number last year, all the great things that he did, the leadership, the playmaking ability. So, it definitely means a lot.
This team had Travis Hunter, it had Shiloh Sanders, it had a lot of guys, but you really gravitated towards Cam. What was it about his game that kind of, made you want to be that way?
Play style, the way he plays, is similar to the way I play, the Swiss Army knife, coming down, making plays in the backfield, fitting the A-gap, making plays in the space, making plays out in the post. So, just his play style, it's kind of similar to mine, kind of model my game after it. So, definitely that.
Kind of along those lines, just playing for Robert Livingston, just what have been your impressions so far, and what does it mean to kind of be a safety for his defense, really kind of a leader for him?
Yeah, especially playing the boundaries position. Being in this defense, that's the position you want to play. You make the most plays. Coach Rob's going to call it for you to have a successful game every time. He's going to send you, he's going to blitz you off the edge, he's going to put you in position to use your instincts. And that's something that I love to do. I love to be able to use my instincts. I love to come off the edge and blitz and cause havoc and just be a disruption for the offense.
Who's someone on your side of the ball that's really impressed you during fall camp?
TD, Tawfiq Davis, the transfer from Wyoming. I think every day he had his hand on the ball, whether if it was an interception, a punch out. We got other guys like Slaughter at safety. He just made a crazy play out of post yesterday. So guys like that, TD, Slaughter, new guys. Of course you got the old guys, it's Preston, coming in doing what he does. You got DJ, Arden, but definitely TD and Slaughter.
What about on offense?
Offense, Sincere been stepping up, making some plays recently. The quarterbacks, I think, give a huge shout out to Salter, just from a safety. Playing him in the spring and playing him now, he's definitely grown in this offense. You could just tell by the way he's moving. He's checking stuff at the line. He's getting on the receivers if they're not looking at him to make a check. That's big as a quarterback.
Did you already have a little bit of that background just from your older brother, coming into this program, that you knew what they were going to expect here at Colorado?
Not really. I wouldn't say that. To come in here, with all the NFL guys is great, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, so you're on that level with them. Looking at Coach Prime every day, Coach Sapp is inspirational. Because those are guys that you want to get to their level. You want to wear the gold jacket. You want to get to the league and make generational wealth for your family. So just that, seeing them every day is definitely inspirational.
For people that haven't seen your game so far, what will people be saying about Tawfiq Byard at the end of the season?
Who's 7? Who's that? I want them to see me making plays, coming out of the post, making plays, fitting in the A-gap, B-gap, whatever gap it is, come off the edge, causing disruption on offense. That's my biggest thing. When the offense play me, I want the offense coordinator to be like, how are we going to stop 7? Who's going to block him? How are we going to key this guy? Because, at my position, I want to be a disruptor for the offense. The offense should never be comfortable when I'm in the field. That's how I feel.
3 weeks away from kickoff. One word for you to describe Colorado's defense for this season.
Fast.
Love it, man. Tawfiq Byard.
That's it.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, my man.